I'm gonna start recording as well, and hopefully it's a steady internet connection. So good morning, happy Monday, the 19th of May. Sorry, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's about 5 p.m. here, 10 past 5 here. And yes, there are some interesting things happening over the weekend, which I loosely observed last night before I fell asleep, because my time zone was a little bit janky. And the first thing I would like to draw your attention to, and remember this for when we go into the Bitcoin chart, is 2 a.m. my time on the 19th of May. We were 63% short. Okay, 63% shorts in the market. We've now flipped that nearly to 1 to 1. We're about 51.6% short. And that's a very, very, very quick switch, by the way. Very quick switch. So yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. In terms of liquidity, we've taken the local stuff at 102k. I think I talked about this possibly on Thursday or Friday. And it looks like we took the local stuff at 107 as well. Let's just get the weekly chart up. Is everything okay, by the way? Morning, legends. Morning, Miana. I hope it's okay. We do have a tiny bit more just right above at 107.5, but yeah, we did just wick into that stuff, that upside stuff. The closest liquidity to us right now is just simply at 100k or 100.2 ish. And yeah, that will probably act as a little magnet as we have set a lower low on the hourly, but we'll talk about that in a second. The order book is quite uninteresting at the moment. There is not really that much going on in it that I can say. And yeah, I should probably start using Geotaka, but it's it's a little bit laggy on my internet. So let me switch back to the charts now. If you just bear with me a second on my recording, and then we'll do it on the screen share. How to use the order blocks? It's basically the same as liquidity. If there's large orders of Bitcoin above or below the price, it usually means that they're going to hold it that way, and vice versa. If they pull the orders, it usually means they're going to reverse the price. So, for example, if they have big orders below, usually, but they pull the order just when the price is getting down, it means they're going to break. And whoa, what's happening here? It's not switching my screen. Excuse me. Yeah, can you all see that? Is it all good? My laptop's lagging a little bit, but yeah, should be okay. Should be all good in the hood. And I'll just close my Chrome to save my CPU. Alright, great. Lovely stuff. So, remembering what I said about the long to short ratio. So 2 a.m. last night was literally around here when we had the most amount of shorts in the market, right down here. And conversely, we absolutely flipped it. Well, we basically ripped all those shorts, so they all got stopped out. And then all the way down here, people have been longing, and that's why it's flipped so heavily. So the amount of shorts that were down here, obviously, this is just a liquidity grab to rip all those shorts at the moment. Wasn't a gain. It's more of a deviation actually, which is the sign that we could possibly be reversing. And now we have set a lower low on the hourly as well. We are in support. Don't get me wrong. We haven't broke down yet, but there are a few warning signs that I've been talking about since last week, and those are still there. We haven't really changed at all. They've just ripped my short. They ripped my short as well, but it was at break even, and I took 50% out. So we'll talk about that in a second anyway. But yeah, we have made a lower low from here. So very interesting. As of right now, you can't really say that we're breaking down until we close a candle below. Let's call it. gosh, the lag, the lag. Below here, 101.7-ish. Until we close a 4-hour candle below there, we're still in the range. It's just looking potentially like it wants to break down. Although that 4-hour candle actually wicked back up to close above here. So it's actually not done yet. It's not like confirmed breakdown. But anyway, going on to the daily time frame, I don't really like get a fresh chart potentially. Oh no, I've just opened my Chrome back up. Do I have a fresh chart, sir? Okay, that's good enough. We'll delete all that stuff. Why am I lagging so much? I'm literally in the same place that I was doing my streams last week, so I shouldn't really be lagging like this. Okay, good. So, on the daily, as you can see, we have not really... Oh gosh, what the fuck? Just bear with me, guys. We haven't really done anything of note. The daily high swing is there, which is still resistance. We did close above it, but we've been immediately rejected. We also still have this bearish divergence on the daily time frame, which is quite significant. It doesn't mean it has to play out, but just means if we do break the sort of like the February level, or I think I said 101.7 or something, that means we're probably going to see a larger breakdown, which is on the cards. And let's just check the daily combination bands as well while we're here. Yeah, absolutely no change. Still going completely straight. That close did absolutely nothing to the bands, and we've just set a weekly high. So basically, it's very simple from here now. Is break February, or more importantly, 101.7. But February would be interesting, and we're gonna go down. However, get a close above the daily weekly open right now, which is 106.5-ish, we're going to moon to a new all-time high. Very, very simple. Very simple. Try not to get chopped out too much in this range. You can go on the 15-minute and like scalp out and stuff, but yeah, that's basically the gist. I'm still leaning more towards the downside just because we're super overextended, but yeah, if we get the breakout, if we get the daily close, it's I'll gig along it. Now, to talk about the weekly, because obviously we've just had the weekly closes, so it's more prudent to talk about the weekly. Yes, we are still up against the weekly combination band. We did get a really nice close on the weekly time frame, actually, now that I'm looking at it, just from here. We got a close right above. The highest weekly close ever was at 104.1k, so very, very interesting. Let's see if we can hold that on the next weekly candle. If we can hold between 104.1 and 102.7 on the weekly on this next weekly candle, I think there's a very good chance that we could maybe moonship it off and invalidate the downside. But for now, I'm still more in the camp that we possibly might see some more down before up. I do think that we are not at the end. We might see 120k. But it's just it's a matter of price action now and maybe when. So yeah, we'll just have to watch out and yeah, for now it's kind of in a no trade zone for me, if I'm honest, Bitcoin, but potentially looking quite good on some altcoins. Yeah, just a public service announcement. Viking has had his beautiful baby child. Congratulations to him. He will not be on the daily updates for a few days. I'm not sure. He hasn't really specified it. But yeah, everything's all good. Everyone's healthy and happy, and he'll probably be home in like 2 or 3 days, and then he'll either decide he wants to. Knowing him, he'll probably be back before the end of the week streaming. But it's understandable if he wants to take a week off as well. So I think Adrian and Zeus are going to be doing the market updates this week. But yeah, everyone seems to be. It seems to have gone nice and smooth, which is great to hear. So yeah, let me just check the chat quickly. Is the stream okay? Because I'm getting a lot of lag. lag. Can you look at Dodge? Yeah, 100%. What time frame? Please put Dodge and then time frame. Good job, Viking. Yeah, good man. I like the name as well, Bjorn. Very Swedish. Seems like a Viking. Very Vikingy. It's exactly like him. So yeah, I think what we can do is we can look at maybe some of the weekly closes quickly. Um, the VIX is still failing underneath, which is really good to see. I don't really want to go too far into that. The Nasdaq is obviously having a super duper recovery. There are some warning signs on this though. If we just get our Fibonacci out, and I will take the auto triangles off. We are bang in the 886 to 786 pocket for some of these, and we have set a lower low on the weekly. So, excuse me. So, this is what I'm saying. It's kind of exactly the same as Bitcoin. We're still in the warning area on the weekly time frame to potentially get a retrace and then do the macro higher low. So it doesn't mean that we're going to go and see new lows. It just means that we're potentially going to put in a higher low from this and then come and break up. Because it would be really weird to break the high on the first try after we've set a new low. That's very strange, and almost never happens actually. So yeah, just to ring some alarm bells on the weekly time frame. And also, the summer tends to be a little bit slower in the markets, and now that institutions are more in crypto, it's kind of tied together a little bit more. So usually from like June, July, August, people are on holiday and the markets have less liquidity. So yeah, just to keep an eye on that sort of stuff. DXY obviously set a new low. This is not really doing anything of interest and is hidden bear diving on the daily, so we could potentially see a further breakdown. But it's weird. The DXY is kind of not really. It wasn't really trading in correlation to in inverse correlation to Bitcoin, but now might if it sees some further breakdown. But we'll see. I'm not really. That's fine. Oh, that was the NQ, not the Nasdaq. But the Nasdaq is doing the same. So yeah, we have regained some significant levels on the daily though, so very interesting. And yeah, we'll just quickly look at the S&P. It's kind of very similar to the Nasdaq actually, very similar. But to be honest, I don't really. I do care for the S&P and the stocks and stuff, but I like to leave that more to Viking, who knows a bit more about that than me. I like to just stick to the crypto charts, the straight up trades. But yeah, so let's have a look at this total, which is kind of doing a similar thing to Bitcoin, of course. We've obviously bounced off the high, which was the 618. We didn't get all the way into the 786, 886 retrace pocket, but we've since seen a nice bounce. I would like to potentially see this either hold the yearly open now for further up, or we could even hold in between May and March. That would also be a good hold. So here to here, this little structure here. If we start breaking that, it starts to look like we're gonna do another leg down, and then maybe like see the retrace pocket. But yeah, for now, it actually looks really good, and yeah, we could potentially see higher prices in the whole market if this low holds, which it looks like it will for now. So happy days. Happy days. Quickly, let's do ETH, Bitcoin, Bitcoin DOM, and ETH, and then we'll go into the altcoins and stuff because they're looking way more interesting than right now. So yeah, bearish div on the Bitcoin DOM. Obviously, it doesn't have to play out. That weekly candle actually regained really nicely. We've had a massive bounce from there. We would like to not see a gain of May now. Kind of basically this low swing and this high swing here. Any gain of that and it potentially looks like a V bottom and then we're going to go higher. But if we do reject that, I think altcoins are going to see a run. And I'm kind of in that camp anyway, that we might get a little altcoin run. Especially if this is going to be like the last hurrah of Bitcoin. usually at the last part of the cycle when Bitcoin does its last little leg, everything goes together, and then you get the massive divergence, and then you get like a small amount of time where Bitcoin tops, where altcoins go absolutely bonkers, and then yeah, you get the exit, you get the big dump, and then the exit pump. So yeah, still wasn't broken down, but definitely showing signs on the daily. We have made a new low. We don't want to get above May now. And then if we do get above May, you want to see a rejection there, about 65% maximum. But yeah, still potentially looking good to break down further. So my focus will be on the altcoins. And this is backed up by the ETH Bitcoin chart, which closed its weekly above this high. So let me just clean this up a little bit. Should we take everything off? Yeah. Yeah. We'll take all of that off. So yeah, it's come up and hit resistance. This is looking like a V-bottom, especially if we can hold this, which we did close above. So I would like to see a retest of Q2 and then a close above that on the weekly, and then it's going to look proper moonship. Proper moonship. But yeah, we've got a lot of support. So we've also got this on the daily. We've also got this little swing here, which is the Q2, which I'm not even going to mark that. We want to hold all those levels and Q2 at the last bit. And then yeah, we're going to see the alt run. But yeah, this is looking good. It's made a new high. It's come up and tested resistance. Now it's hopefully going to put in a higher low or hold one of these swings up here, and then continue. Which is why, yeah, altcoins, that's going to be the one. So yeah, that's about it for the roundup. And we'll obviously look at like Sol, and I mean, let's look at Eve quickly right now. Do I have a spare fresh chart? Yeah, this is nice because I don't have that much stuff on it. So yeah, we were talking about this in this resistance that is potentially going to be an area to reverse. And yeah, we've come straight into the daily band, wicked in it twice with a over bought signal on the oscillator. So I've also left the R for reversals on. I think we were talking about this last Friday. I left the reversals on, so yeah, let's see how that goes. Also, we can also play around. I actually didn't do any testing on Scout Pro, but let's take the. I don't want that up. Yeah, let's turn that off. Trail type. We don't want that. So yeah, we'll also. I'll have to do some more testing on Scout Pro in the meantime, but I don't think it's that good on the daily. But yeah, this is potentially looking like it's breaking down now, especially after this candle here. Basically, this close 1, 2, 4 hour candles ago broke some stuff, and yeah, um, this is looking good to short anywhere up here now. We've got a massive zone in here, and then there's also probably on the hourly a little stuber if you do this. So yeah, that's what I'll be watching out for. Um, Probably the perfect zone would be 2560 to 2520 to potentially short ETH. And then if we close a candle above 2580 and then come down and test anything as support like the daily weekly open, then yeah, this is going to be invalidated. But for now, yeah, I'm looking at shorting this just because of the breakdown. Potentially. We'll see though, because yeah, Bitcoin could just hold and go sideways, and then if ETH does the regain of the daily weekly open, we could moonship it off. I'm just going to check the chat to make sure everything's okay. Stream is good. I'm doing squats in the gym. Let's go. That's what I love to hear. Could you also have a look at SU? Yes. SUS. Sus. Is that No, I don't know that. Hi mate, I'm out the time zones at the moment. What's your new stream times? Yeah, so it'll be 10 a.m. UK, I think. Or yeah, I'm doing 10 a.m. UK, 9 a.m. UTC because yeah, 10 UK. I obviously I used to do 10. I actually did sorry, I used to do 11 UK and then I pushed it back to 11:30 because it was summer hours. And then now that I'm in this fucked up time zone, if I kept 11:30, it would be 6:30 to 7:30, which is just a bit late. So I've pulled it back to 10 UK, which is a bit sad for the American lot, especially like Zeus. Zeus likes to come in the morning into my streams, but yeah, I'll only be here for like couple more weeks or something. I've actually met. I'll tell you about it after I stop streaming, so I can be a bit more unfiltered. But yes, Doge, SUS for sure. What time frame are we talking? Let's get a nice little chart. Doge. The Doge. Yeah, so Doge on the weekly has just tested this swing perfectly. Obviously has acted as resistance. Now all we're looking for is we're just looking for higher lows, guys. And if we get these higher lows on the daily time frame, it's gonna be gig a long time, like gig a long. Um, this also potentially looks like it's bull flagging just down here. Oh, let me take off my magnet. Yeah, this potentially looks like it's bull flagging into support. So I kind of like this. We got a close above here. Let me do this. Close above here, which is nice. We tested all the way up here. We didn't quite get into the major resistance, but it's still a valuable test for sure. I think you're looking for this to hold March. So about 20 cents. Well, 20 cents, let's call it, for simplicity. Even a wick into there, which would be 19.5, would be fine. And if you hold that, it's looking very good. Conversely, if you do break that, you can pull a fib from May 6th to May 11th, and then long the Stuber pocket anywhere in there. I would definitely long as well, but that'd be a little bit more bearish. It depends how far down we go on Bitcoin, and if we hold really bullishly. But I think this is looking good to break further up, and especially at least test the yearly open on Doge, uh, which would be around. No, I thought I had my Ray. No, what's going on? Jesus. Around 31 cent, which I can see it going to quite easily. In terms of the tradable side, so we'll go 4 hour, 1 hour, and then we'll go maybe into the lower time frames because I need to make a habit of lower time framing on my stream so we can catch something. This is it's it's definitely something. It's actually trying to hold relatively well, actually. Let's just do this. We're probably in the hourly pocket, so yeah, this was not looking actually too bad for a long 2 to 3 hours ago. We're currently breaking above the 786 on the hourly, and yeah, I think this might go in and test 3 cent here. No, let's just check. That's a little bit lower. Yeah, he maybe go test that weekly on Doge. To take a long on this, it's a little bit late. Yeah, and the stop's a little bit too wide. So I'm not sure if I'd recommend it just now. But, but, if you did get another dip on this, so say you do this and come up, and then you like do that, but then you hold, it's like just a wick, you hold that A86 and that band, you could potentially long that, because then your stop could be just below the low. Yeah, 1 point, that's perfect risk. So yeah, you could potentially long that at 215, because your risk is not that bad at all. You don't even need to do 2% on this. You could just, like, it's very simple, close below there, 2126 ish, and then you're gonna go down further, which is nice. I like that risk. That's a lot. Yes. That is Doge. I'm gonna set an alert for. We'll do like 214. We'll just do like somewhere around there, because you never know, it might hit on stream. Doesn't look too bad though. Kind of like it. I think Doge has. Okay, so we're getting into the realm of speculation now, but I think Doge could potentially be integrated into X, because obviously I'm in Malaysia right now, and there's loads of Chinese, and they all have WeChat, and basically WeChat has, like, it's kind of like X, WhatsApp, Instagram with payments all in one app, and I feel like that's probably the vision of X, changing from Twitter to X. It's meant to be everything. Um, and if Elon was going to implement some sort of payment scheme into X, it would definitely be with Doge. Like, probably 99.9% sure it'll be with Doge. So, obviously, that's just speculation, but I definitely think that could be on the cards at some point. Maybe even this year. We don't know. I really don't know. But I like people who, like. Why would you have money sitting in the bank? You could just accumulate some Doge. Solid. So SUS is not coming up, sir. Also, if you look at XMR, it doesn't seem to dip. Check it out. It's like the only one. Yeah. Did you? You were the one that said XMR last week. Last week, didn't you? That shit was looking proper pumpy. Hard to trade in the UK though. Yeah, they probably have it on Hyperliquid or Blowfin. Oh, S dot. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Nice, nice. Is it just SUSD? T. Yeah, this right? Or is it S dot? Jip. Yeah, it's probably that. All right, let's go. Yeah, yeah, I got it, I got it. I got it, I got it. Okay, so new coin, just listed on Binance in at the start of the year, actually. Not that new, but still new in terms of crypto. We have a daily swing higher. We have closed above that, which is nice. We're back down in the range. We've lost the local daily, but we seem to be holding the Q2. This is the important one. And actually, yeah, that's the important one. Um, Definitely in support right now. So yeah, it was looking really good up here when we did these closes. Obviously, we were at resistance, so you would expect to have a little pullback, but because we did a higher high, you would want to kind of see this swing hold for a continuation up. However, we've actually broken this to the downside at the moment, potentially signaling that we might go a little bit further. However, in the very recent price action, we're bull diving on the 4 hour, here to here and here to here, and we're holding the Q2, which is quite a big level. This is what you don't want to break down here. This overlapping support and the daily swing that I drew on from here. If you break that, you're gonna see a major dump off. Yeah, if you see a flip of May, this is your chance that you could potentially long this, and then obviously that like that, and then maybe even up into here again. Um, I don't really expect that to break out unless we get the crazy alt run and Bitcoin breaks all-time high. It's probably going to do something more like that, and maybe even a new low before it does it, because it looks like the start of a mini downtrend. Um, but yeah, this is actually very interesting to trade because you've got some heavy, heavy resistance up here, and you've got heavy, heavy support down here. So very logical areas where you could long and short, and then just leave some of your trades on. So say if you get a long from like around here, what's this? Yeah, not too bad. You could like 2x long that, and then if that works out and we come up to sort of like the midpoint, you could take some profit here, and then if you get up into the high point, you can short that, and then just then just leave it. Although the short's a little bit more techy because it's a larger range. Let's go on the lower time frame quickly and take off all the brushes. Yeah, it's just looking very downtrendy. If we can reclaim May, you can long this, and what we're doing exactly right now will be the deviation. But like I said, I'm still in the camp of Bitcoin potentially pulling back to 90, 94 or something. So yeah, you want to see a confirmed break before you long this. Conversely, if you come up to the weekly open and reject, so you don't close above it on a 4 hour time frame, you can short this, and it might just go a little bit further down into the overlapping support, which you could definitely catch along somewhere here. This is gonna probably, even if it's not gonna like break this high up here, it's probably gonna produce some sort of bounce even up to the like there or something. So yeah, that's S. S. Phantom was renamed to S. Sonic. This is not Phantom, is it? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's just look at the Phantom chart. Oh yeah, that is. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, you're right. I forgot about that. They kind of fucked that up, you know. They kind of fucked that up a little bit. Yeah, so I've already charted this. I said if we can close above this swing and then retest Q3 as support, then we're gonna moonship. If not, we're gonna go further. We seem to be at support, but it's just looking a little bit. It's looking a little bit precarious. It does look like accumulation, though. I must say, it does look like accumulation. We've got the double bottom, and then we've got some high lows here. We have kind of locally broken it, but it's not. It's not lost yet. I kind of like Phantom. I like the name Phantom. It's a bit mysterious, a bit dubious. Um. So what else? I guess we'll have a look at Soul. So, yeah, Soul had a really good close on Tuesday. We had a really nice high close, which cleared this swing, this high, and tested the bottom of this. We actually cleared that, which is really, really nice. So, all you're looking to do is just bid higher lows on this, and the main one would probably be there, which was resistance twice and has been untested. So coins they love to just retest levels that they haven't tested. So you can see on the daily if I zoom in, Bitcoin loves to do this. You can see that this was a short-term stop-off area. Oh my god, the lag. Short-term stop-off area, resistance twice, came down, broke through it. Now we're going to retest as support, possibly area for a long. We turn on the AI trying tools, yeah, it's also the Q4, and we also have the fair value gap right here. So, if we just, I would like to see that. No, that's a little bit too much. If we go down to the 4 hour, oh, someone's messaging the shit out of me right now. Chill. I think I know who it is. I'm going to tell you about it in a second after I stop recording. So yeah, you can build a fib from here to here, and then the gig along zone, which will happen to be the fair value gap, is going to be just literally this area. If I turn on AI charting tools, it's probably, yeah, in between the Q4 and the Q3. Like, if we got down to here again, I would probably gig along. I would probably gig along this. And then, yeah, it looks like we're broken down, so anything up here is potentially good to short now. I actually haven't even checked my short positions. I know I got stopped out on my Bitcoin and probably my SUI one, but I think I'm still in my AVAX one from my Pro Signals post. But yeah, this is also bull diving on the 4 hour. It's a little bit confused, isn't it? Just a little bit confused. But yeah, strong coin Solana. I like it a lot, and I'm looking for something like this to hold. Yeah, it made a new low on the hourly, trending down. Nothing really too much to say on this. I mean, you've got some giga short zones all the way up to that high that we just made, the daily weekly, and then even June. Obviously, it's a little bit of a large large range, but it's very likely that we're going to see a rejection in this area, a proper one now that we were talking about. Yeah, let's have a look at some other things. Altcoins look like they're taking a hit. Bitcoin DOM's up, only slightly though. What's Popcat doing? I haven't checked this in ages. Looking a bit weak. It actually hasn't dropped this level yet though. You know, this would be a really fucking ballsy long. I don't like that hidden bearish as well though. It's potentially gonna potentially gonna break that actually. Maybe don't long that. I reckon the band's probably there. No, it's a little bit lower. Yeah, don't long that. Well, maybe wait for June, May. I might actually set an alert on Popcat for June, May. Because my idea on Popcat now, because it's very hard to catch Popcat swings if you're trading on with high margin or on 5x. So now that I like Hyperliquid, I have a lot of margin in there. I'm going to build a 3x cross position on Popcat. Because, like, if you get a 3x cross position, it's going to just do like 20, 30, 40% just randomly, and then you just taper it off. But yeah, not really anything too interesting on that at the moment. Let's have a look at SUI, we'll have a look at Hype, and then... Yeah, so SUI, I've got this line on, which is probably where my short was, which was also my stop loss, which was break even. Yeah, we literally just ripped the stops on the hourly close, literally here, twice. Have since broken down on the hourly, so again, a test up in here, and you're probably looking to short this lower. Hasn't, you know what? It hasn't actually broken down on the 4 hour yet. It will when this candle closes. So maybe just be a little bit patient on this one. Because if that 4 hour wicks up and closes as a bullish hammer, I would recommend you not to short that because it will have double bull dived as well. But yeah, close that below there now and then trigger the shorts anywhere between there. This is what's happening. This is probably what's happening on every single other altcoin as well. Maybe bar hype, which is looking godly. But yeah, I think we were talking about this in the daily, on the daily bands. Yeah, we were talking about this on the daily time frame. That actually closed, arced the band up, but it closed below the daily swing. So sometimes the bands they lie to you. It's all about price action, and you can see that we have that's February. That's February, and the daily high swing literally just clustered there, and we didn't get one daily close above it. So yeah, it's looking a little bit reversely for sure. It's definitely looking a little bit reversely. That could definitely hold here though for a bounce. I might even long that and set an alert just in case we do have like a flash dump and then it gets bought up and then that's the lower high and then we go further. So something like there. Just alert me if that happens, please. Yeah, looking alright. Looking good. But yeah, a lot of these things hopefully are gonna just do a bull retest on the daily. So like injective, if it were to hold 10.6 to 10.2, like just this little whatever that is. Yeah, it's gonna be super bullish. And then we're gonna go see here. So still bullish, but I think we're gonna get the retrace and we're gonna get the short-term bearishness. I wish I was still in my Bitcoin short. I'm not in a Bitcoin short at the moment, which saddens me. Did you say hi, please? Yeah, I went over it very briefly just now. Shall I do it again? I just said I did the daily time frame and I just said it's looking very reversely. We didn't get a close above the daily high swing. The weekly is also going to be resistance, same as February. Um, it still doesn't like it's not broken down yet, but it definitely has the potential to. I would like to see something like either it holds here and does a higher low here, and then I could short that and long this, or it breaks and then bearishly retests this, and I can short that. If we come into this support, I might long a bit though. I still have some of my long from $16, but in the interest of catching both directions, yeah, definitely short this now. If you do see that again, it's it's gonna act as heavy resistance. But yeah, gonna be an interesting week for sure. Hype's still probably the best looking alt out there, which hasn't broken down yet. So yeah, I like it a lot. Let's actually have a look at AVAX. So yeah, the AVAX trade. Gosh, this is so good. Did anyone take this by any chance? Because this was the best thing that I posted about. And also we also got the retest failure in here. So this is trading 101. Let me take off some of these brush strokes. So we had a fib from, I'll just do it on the 4 hour, here to here. I think all of you guys know this because we went through this. We got perfectly in the hourly here. W reversal, wick into the bang, 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 bang. Took the giga short. Took about half off here at support because it was support. Didn't even break back up into November or into the band actually, which would have been kind of expected. We actually just broke down again and then bearishly retested it here. And now we've broken down even further. So that is a, if I can measure that, 20% dump. Wow. Yeah. That's got me in steak for a couple weeks.
Jackie boy.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man, what's cracking? You
Just
in Asia?
yeah, bro. I'm in Malaysia, man. It's fucking sick. It's bare thunderstormy though.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I think it's the rainy season out there, isn't it? It's a bit hectic on the old
Yeah,
weather rooney info.
it is.
Whereabouts in Malaysia, bro?
I'm in Kuala Lumpur at the moment, and
Oh shit! How long are you out there for?
I don't know, man. I've just been chilling. Like the nightlife's great. It's very fun. I've met some beautiful
E-
ladies that want to take me to their home country. So I think I'm gonna go to Japan and stay at this girl's mum's house or some shit. Maybe this week or next week.
Bro, that sounds epic. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so much
sick.
cheaper out there as well. Japan's not cheap though. Japan's like England prices, but it's still nice. It's a fucking cool place.
Yeah, Japan's super expensive, but the main thing is accommodation, and I'm gonna get free accommodation now. So you know,
Living that life, man. That traveling man.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to go back
Digital
to
nomad
London.
lifestyle. Yeah, no, London's cold and wet and boring right now. Summer in London's good, but yeah, it's just mate, definitely live in Asia. I'm gonna be back out there in September. I'll probably be in Singapore September, and then I'll probably do Bali again at the end of the year. Well, I'll obviously be back in Dubs like November, and then Christmas is in England, and then January back to Dubs. But
Yeah,
I'll be in Asia, man. I'm actually thinking about maybe parking up shop somewhere in Japan for like 6 months.
that would be
I feel like just
sick.
being in Japan for a while because I want to like really get. I went there for a bit already, but I went there for like a month. But I feel like if I went there for like 6 months to a year and like really parked up with the culture and maybe like got a little spot for like I don't know, man. I could just see myself with a little gaff out there, little gaming setup with all the Japs.
That would be sick, man. That would
Get
be
it?
sick. It's a bit of a dream to live there. Is it? It's quite difficult to get a visa, no? Or am I tripping?
Eh, no, I don't think so. I think it's as easy as getting a visa to America. Um, but I think they're a little bit more strict on working standards and shit. So like you have to have a job maybe, and they obviously have tax, quite high tax, higher than the US. So like whether you want to get a residency or citizenship, that's like probably not the best
You
for
could,
if you want to save on tax.
yeah, you could probably just go there for like 3 months and then go back to Singapore for like a little bit and then go back on the tourist visa. I think the tourist visa is
Yeah,
3 months maybe. So you could just do
yeah,
a little
yeah, yeah.
flight
Get a
hop.
tourist visa. Yeah, exactly. And also you could do even I think you can go there with no visa for 1 month. I know that as a UK citizen.
Hmm.
I went there with no visa with my dad. So like that was calm. I think you can do the thing where you jump out for a day and then go back. But yeah, no, Japan's cool, man. Go to Kaitao. Sorry, Kato. It's called Kaitawa, Taito or some shit. Hit Japan, then go Kaitao. Fucking the one down in the islands, the southern islands called Okinawa, or it is
Okinawa.
Okinawa. Not act- yeah, it's not actually that good. We didn't really rate it. It's just so busy. So like
Mm,
you want to kind of find the beat. I know I think you can fly domestically for free in Japan or something at the moment. I don't know if it's actually true, but I think they've done some government thing where you can fly for free domestically, which is mental.
what?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I just saw it on Instagram. It popped up as an ad or something, or it was like a post from Lad Bible, and it was like, yeah, you can fly for free inside the country, and like it might just be for specific individuals, but I don't know, mate. If that's the case, you could literally go there and just fly all around the islands for no cash, even though it's fucking dirt cheap. The bullet train was cool. We went past the big mountain called Fuji.
Fuji.
What are you looking at in alts, bro? I got to bounce in 2 minutes. I've got another call, but what are you looking at on altcoins?
We're looking at potentially shorting a few. I was just talking about my AVAX trade from the Pro 6 post, which is 20% down, like up.
Shit,
Well,
it
we
cut
did
out.
20% dump. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Yeah, we
Is
basically
there anyone else getting that cut out?
it might be
Is it cutting out for everyone else?
yeah, it might be my Wi-Fi. How's it doing, guys, in the chat? We all okay? I'll go to Japan and South Korea 3 months in each. Yeah, I don't know if I have that much time. I need to go back to, I'm unprepared. I've only got this little suitcase that I took to, it's cutting out. Yeah, do you know why? It's from OBS.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Dubai.
So what you brought a suitcase for Doobs, and then, mate, I don't even remember. I remember seeing you in Dubai, but like I was blasted, man.
Yeah, you were so fucked. We were behind the counter and you were sweating your tits off because it was like towards the end of the night.
Yeah, that was good shit, man. I was just blasted up. Those fucking MDX madness drinks.
They
Next
were
time I'll do
so
it
good.
sober. There's no point.
Nah, I
All
mean,
right, bro. I got to jump.
yeah, yeah, all right, sweet. See you later, bro. Have a good one.
Speak soon.
Speak soon, bro. Um, yeah, cutting out about. Do you know what? If I stop the recording, which I'm going to do now, unless anyone has anything to look for right now, as soon as I close my OBS, it's gonna stop lagging. I know that for a fact. I know it for a fact of Rooney. But yeah, anyway, AVAX trade goated from a post 6 post, but the dot trade also, which I didn't take, would have been goated as well. I know the ETH and the Sol one would have got stopped out, and the Bitcoin one was profitable. I took 50% of the profit and got stopped out on the rest, but both of these dot and AVAX trades from last Tuesday were extremely, extremely profitable. So yeah, happy days. I'm probably still in one short. One short survived. That's it. But it's better than no short, eh? And I'm also in like super giga high, so it doesn't really. It's just like a free trade now. But yeah, watch for breaks of these 4 hour lows. Watch for if we come up and retest levels to potentially short. Uh, yeah, I think this is gonna be the. I think this is going to be the pullback. Once we do the pullback on Bitcoin, we could stop at 97. That would be giga bullish, and then we can talk about uh, giga longing some stuff and increasing our spot positions for the last pump of the bull market. But yeah, I'm gonna stop my OBS now.